All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Yoni B. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing all right. We got a lot to go through here. Hold on, I'm responding to a business uh, chat. Let's see. Okay. All right. Good morning, Sagar. Good to see you. No watch list yet. Gonna wait 5, 10 more minutes. Okay. Let's see. Cool. Okay. So we got a couple things. I think. All right. So first of all, Uber, and I'm going to change the watch list here. This isn't the order that I'm necessarily going in, um, but for right now, this is just where I've got. I'm going to rearrange this stuff. I'm going to delete some of this, so we're gonna narrow this down here. But uh, I think there's something going on between Uber and Grubhub, some sort of an offering. Um, and so I think Uber is setting out to acquire Grubhub, and so it's just going to be interesting to see how these work out together today, and if there's a divergence in the price, or if the price is almost kind of tethered. The price of Grubhub is almost tethered to Uber in a way. So I am going to keep these two up here. RCL was another one. I think there was like some kind of a bailout. Let me go back to the news here. I've checked news on all this stuff, and I need to go back. Let's see. Launches 3.3 billion debt offering. Okay, so it's a debt offering. So this one could definitely have some activity off of that today. CCL. I am really looking to see what happens with the SPY. By the way, let me just pull up the SPY right here on the daily. This is very important. So you guys remember when I drew this trend line back here, and it respected it. It never broke back above it here, and then it finally bounced. So I'm actually going to remove that. But now we're sitting on this other trend line here. This is a new pivot point, and it has literally touched down to the T on that trend line, but it has not broken through it. So if this breaks, if there's a trend line break today at roughly 284.82, if there's a trend line break there, I think we will see some potential. So I'm going to keep CCL up there. JD is one that has often been very difficult for me to trade. But you can see it's almost like triple topping over here. But I think it's possible this is one of those stocks that could get a breakout within the next day or two. Now, if not, then obviously we'll be set for a pullback today. But I really don't want to know about JD unless it gets over 48.66. So I'm going to set an alert on JD for 48.66, but then I also want to know if it gets down to this level here at 47.03, because I think that would be significant. As a matter of fact, I would probably want to know actually if it gets down to 47.60, because I think there could be a good reversal there. And then 47.26. So 47.60, 47.26. I might even go down to 47.50, 47.25, and then 48.66 is the and then on the, depending on what the SPY is doing. Zillow Group, you can't, this one cannot be shorted. And I don't, I didn't even look up the news on this. Let me look up the news on this real quick. Capital stock and 500 million of 2.75% convertible senior notes due 2025. Okay, so it's a secondary public offering. So, morning, Work Diver. Good to see you, man. What I'm expecting is this seems like a pretty clear level here, and we had almost a touchback to it here, and basically a touchback to the T right here. But I would actually be looking to go long on this. I think we could get some kind of a pullback today, but I don't know for sure, and obviously I want to know if this gets down to $46 and then $45.50. And then of course it would be interesting to know if it breaks back above this 15-minute candle here at 46.94. So those are the alerts I'm going to set on Z. So we'll say 45.99 on the bid, and then we'll say 45.50 on the bid, and then we will set an alert at approximately 46.94 on the ask. Okay, so those alerts are set on Z. I'm going to remove it. VTIQ, this is one that Work Diver actually called out a couple days ago, I think Monday, and has just had a really, really nice move up. It is, I am wondering if this is going to be good territory for shorting, but I tell you what, guys, I short locates are super expensive. As a matter of fact, if you locate here, I think they're like, okay, $19.50 for short locates, and I just don't know, but I might be interested if we start coming into the backside of the move. And so, because really, I will short into the front on short locates. I really want to go for a longer term short, so it would have to be in the backside of the move, or the back side of the move, in my opinion. So I might be okay to get alerted if this breaks 26.50, and if this breaks 26.50 and there's a pullback and it looks like there's weakness, I will be looking to get into VTIQ, and I would consider it worthwhile to spend $20 on 100 shares, because you could get potentially in the backside of this move, you could potentially get a $2, $3, $4 move or more on that 100 shares. So we're going to look for 26.50 on the bid. Okay, and unless it comes to that today, I really don't. I really, as far as for shorting, I really don't care to get into it now. If you're longing it, I think previous day close is a good place for it to find support. And I think if it can find support there could be a good potential long at that point if it holds support. So otherwise, I'm probably just going to remove it. D-Dog was one that, it's just had a massive run up, and I think it's possible that we are going to start to see some backside momentum on this one today. So I'm going to keep it up just in case, but this spread is going to have to close big time. Thanks, Mike. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good luck to you too. But yeah, I'm going to have to monitor this for a while. I want to be sure about it. I want to be sure about it because this has had a massive run up. But again, this gap has to close big time. mRNA is one that, I think we're about to go into a period of consolidation. I really don't trade mRNA well when it does that. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it, and I'll check on it later if I think of it. NVAX is one that I think could make a stronger move up. You can see here we're starting to get to these close to these levels here where we could get a breakout at, I think it was 55, was it? Oh, come on, where's this level here? 55.73. Okay, so if we get a crack over 55.73, it's going to be pretty good. So first we need to get a crack of 45. Okay, and so 44.94. Yeah. So I would probably, I think, is that right? 40 there on NVAX at 44. We'll say 44.51 on the ask. And we'll say critical break at 44.94. So there's that. We'll get that alert when that comes through. A very critical breaking point. So if we break past if we break past 36, let me just see here. So if we break 37, I'm going to want to look for a break of 36.45, 36.08. Okay. So I'm going to say 36.60, and then 36.08 is the breaking point. So that's the alert I'm going to set for the short side of NVAX. So we'll say 36.59, break at 36.08. Okay, otherwise I'm taking that one off. MGNX, there's just no volume in this. Could we be getting ready to get on the backside of the trade? Yes, but again, there's just no volume on it. I suppose I would want to be alerted if it drops down past 26.33. And I think I would also want to be alerted if it came up to, where is it? 29.40. So $29.40 on the ask. Because that could be, if there's weakness there and there's still not a lot of volume, that could be a good place for a reversal. Other than that, I want to remove it. So as you can see, I'm really whittling this list down here, and I'm trying to, and as we get closer, here in the next few minutes, I'm going to be running back through some of these and checking them out. And I'm also watching the SPY very carefully. Did I set an alert for D-Dog? No, I did not. So BYND is just going to be kind of one I keep at the bottom of the list, and I'll watch it. I'll check in on it here and there, because we've got two of these gravestone dojis basically on the daily, and I think this could justify a good solid move down here. Roku, not really going to watch that too much. TWLO, this could finally be the break, but I don't know. I got, for those of you who caught the recap, I got my face ripped off by TWLO. It's still on an uptrend. It's still going up. And so, now this move here, I could have never imagined that this was going to get up here. But we did have an increase in volume, and though this is showing as buy volume, we know that a lot of this was actually sell volume. right? Because it's a doji here. So this is almost, it really does seem like today would be the sell-off point for TWLO. I am going to move it up a little bit further on the list because I think I would be willing to take a good solid stab at it. Oh, I just now noticed you have to locate shares. Okay, so 80 cents. It's not much. It's not much. Okay, so I'd be willing to pick up 200 shares of this, except. Okay, so $1.60. No big deal. Cost me $1.60. But I'm always cautious when shares are that cheap. Boeing seems like it might want to make a move down today. There's some decent volume on that. And then ZM, don't really know. So here's what I'm watching. Obviously, we're watching the SPY. Again, for those of you who weren't in here, we have this trend line going, and if you look here, it is respecting this trend line to the T. Look at this. And it's caught right between the 9 and the 20 moving average on the daily. This is the daily. Okay? So this will be interesting. Look, it could get a bounce in a really nice buy up. Okay, got an alert on Z, so I need to check that out. It could get a really nice buy up off of that today, and so I want to be mindful of that. I think that would definitely affect bears. Okay, so let's look at Z. Okay, so Z looks like I may drop Z back on here because it looks like it may want to make a good solid move up. So we'll watch for that. Again, we're gonna watch for that out the gates. But yeah, Uber, we're just gonna kind of see. I want to go back and forth between Uber and Grub and see if there's any divergence or, again, divergence in price action. If Grub seems to be getting some kind of a sell-off, then I'll probably, do a nice short on that. RCL, CCL, going to keep those on watch. D-Dog on watch. I think I'm going to move Z up. I'm going to move TWLO up. And I think I'm even going to move Boeing up. Actually, we'll put Z at the top because I may need to. This may be very well worth watching out the gates. Okay, JD. JD looks like it's starting to make a strong move up. Look at that. Be yeah, 49 looks like a pretty legit break on JD. 49 looks like it's going to be a good break. Yeah, Sagar, I saw CYCC. It looks like it's really lost the majority of its move. It could get a little bounce. Good luck with that one, though, man. ARPO, same thing. Just doesn't look interesting. But, you never know. I mean, really. You never. Oh, and you've got to locate shorts. So, 46.94. I'm going to set that alert again on Z. Price 46.96, we'll say. I'm really not going to be interested unless it gets back over that. So we're going to remove that. How much were shares for shorting? $2. We'll see. Missed the ad on that. It's not good. Z's getting bought up. Let's see if we can go long here. Get the continued buy up here. There we go. Okay, we're going to lock in 100 there. Okay, 46.96. See if we can get a continued move up. It's not looking good, but there we go. We still going to get that move? No. Hold on. Okay, I got to come out. This one's looking too whippy. JD looks like it wants to go. Man, I'll tell you what, both of these are having a hard time making a move up. Oh, there they go. Okay, so I'm going to get in there. Oh, we just cracked back below VWAP. That's a light sell volume there. Let's see if we can get a pop back up. If we break 60, I'll probably have to get out. There we go. There we go. Nice whip back up. There we go. It's holding. See if we can get a move back up. Okay, gonna come out some there. Just in case. JD's holding VWAP, but tell you what, if it comes below 63, I gotta get out. So let's see. See if it's gonna hold. Is it gonna hold? Okay, I'm gonna come out. Okay, so not doing too good on the longs today. Uber, Grub, $57. Looks like we might be able to get a good move to the downside here. Find out. We'll take it at 57 if it does go down. SPY is moving down right now, so it's whippy action. Let's see if we can get down to 57 and break through 57. There we go. Come on. Nah. SPY's moving down. don't know why this would want to come up, but $57 seems like the breaking point. There we go. SPY's pulling. There's no reason why we shouldn't be breaking down. Just a lot of divergence here. There we go. Man, it's whippy though. I'm gonna be careful with this. Oh, got him way too late. Come on. Gonna have to get out here if it'll take it. There we go. This is just too whippy, guys. I didn't want to mess with it. Didn't want to mess with it. Made 89 on grub. We're up 57 on the day, so pretty good move there. It's just not holding the way that I thought that it would. JD looks like it's getting a bit of a rejection here. Want to make sure this is not a chop fest on JD. So I think it's possible we could get the crack below. SPY's pulling pretty hard, so I don't know why JD would continue to move up, but it might. Let's just see what kind of a pullback we get here. SPY's pulling hard. SPY's clearly broken that trend line. It's sitting on the 20 moving average on the daily. So I'm going to go ahead and there we go. 48.49. Just jump in 100 shares there. Z, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Uber, not doing too much. RCL, losing its lunch very quickly at that. JD holding its ground. Love to see a snapback. I'd love to see it get hammered to the downside, actually. That's what I mean to say. Let's see it break down through 48.40. Man, very choppy. Very choppy. Very choppy. Finally resolving. See if we can get a break below 48.30. Come on. Consider adding 2. There we go. Want to see a good, quick, swift move down. 48.38. That's where we're locked in. There we go. Good move down. We'll take half off there. And got 100 at 48.27. Really want to see a breakdown through 48. There we go. There we go. Let's get a continued break. Take off half at the break of 48. Otherwise, we'll get out break even. Okay, we're gonna come out there for right now. Let's look at Uber. Grub is getting a nice pullback. RCL is getting a nice pullback. SPY got bought right up off of 283.64, basically right off the 20 moving average. So that could be significant. But I'll tell you what, if it breaks that level, that'll be pretty solid. So I'm gonna put a little line there. Okay, up 95 on the day right now. RCL is making a nice little pullback to VWAP. Made a nice little breakthrough VWAP there. I would like to go ahead and just start with 100 shares right here and see if we can get a pullback, enough of a pullback. I'd like to add to it. SPY's continuing to pull. So I would probably take I'd probably take the 100 shares off at, I don't know, 35.27. So there is a little divergence here between RCL and the SPY. So the SPY is getting a nice rejection off of VWAP. RCL is not. So it might be good to just well, let's just see here. Take 100 at 35. See if we can get enough of a pullback down to 35. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. And we're out. Just a nice quick little $12 scalp there on RCL. It is getting the rejection there. I wonder what CCL looks like. CCL looks exactly the same. Let's check back in with JD. Nice on the pullback with JD. Nice on the pullback with Z. Z is kind of whippy. Don't really trust it right now. But JD is getting a pretty solid pullback. Not really great support though. So it could continue to make a move down. This could just be temporary squeeze back up. This could be a chop fest on JD. So I would be willing to take, you know, maybe 100 shares short here and then just get out at the crack of VWAP. Or really maybe a little above VWAP, 48.68. So I'd be risking roughly 20 bucks. Let's see if we can get a little more of a pullback here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take it at 50 and we'll just get out at the crack of VWAP. Stop. We'll do actually a stop limit. Stop by. There we go. So we got our stop set. Otherwise, I'll look for a move down. Uber. Grub. RCL continuing to make a good strong move up. Good job, RCL. So RCL is going to get a nice pullback here. So you guys can see, you know, I was able to get out on just a slight little pullback there, just a slight little scalping pullback. Nothing big, nothing to brag about. It was 12 bucks. JD needs to see some resolution here. If we do not see resolution, I'm probably going to go ahead and just get out. Need to see it get flushed to the downside. Nope. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Get the push. Get the push. Okay, I'm coming out, JD. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just $4 paid for the trade. Looks like it's really holding there. So I'm going to try to think a little more quickly on my feet today for stuff like that, especially after the TWLO fiasco yesterday. Which, by the way, you can see here, TWLO got like a really nice, really nice drop. The only question is this the backside of the move? And if it's not, then we need to be thinking more about scalping trades on this pullback. But I'll tell you what, I mean, it's butting up against resistance here. So let's see, 192.28. I have to average in very carefully. D-Dog, not really making any significant moves. Could be good for a long, actually. I'm not going to take that, but it could be, you know, like I said, it could be good for a long. See what Roku's doing. Roku's on a pullback. Apple's on a pullback. SPY is still failing VWAP though. ZM is running crazy as always. Thanks, Yoni B. And I see that you have UAA $1 per share on 1K shares, still paper trade only. Okay. Yeah, you're paper trading a lot, man. Probably, I guess, because of that big move you made the other day, man. You want to preserve that capital, right? I would. I know I would, man. If I had a move like that, are you kidding me? I'd be all about preserving that capital. So, BYND. Let's look at JD again. JD's finally failing. Uber, Grub, RCL, nice pullback to the 9 EMA. I think I'd be okay to get in here. And just start averaging in on up to these levels up here, 36.85. I may not get it though. I mean, SPY is pushing up through VWAP. So SPY is strong. SPY's making its way up to that moving average. So I think I'd be okay with that. I think I'd be okay with, yeah, averaging in up to 36.80s. Yeah. But if it can't break that, there it is on the 2 minute. 5 minute is, I think I'll, let's see here. Yeah, I'll take a stab. We'll go in with 100 shares. I want to see continued weakness on the SPY. Okay, let's see move up to the 70s. Let's see, 33, so we'll take 73. Another 100 at maybe even 83. There we go. See if we can get in there. Watching the SPY. There we go. Oh, I thought it got my order at 83. It did not get my order at 83. We're going to catch it here. Okay, so it paused at 83, so might be more inclined to take it at 93. Maybe even 37.03. It's pausing up here. Let's just see. There we go. Come on. Okay. Well, I may have to get out on the pullback here. May have to get out on the pullback. We'll take off half right there just in case. So 36.33. We got the 50 shares there. I don't think it's gonna come back. But I don't know. I think it depends what SPY ends up doing here. Could come back. We'll go ahead and take 50 at, in case it does make a return to VWAP, we'll take 50 at, I don't know, 35. Where would it be? Probably 35.93. There we go. Buy back those 50 shares there. But we do want to see, I mean, we've got to see a lot of continued momentum down there. So SPY's getting bought up. But it's still getting that EMA rejection. So we'll give it a shot here. Let's look at Uber. Let's look at JD. Let's look at Grub. RCL. Let's get a push back down. Come on, RCL. I think we're going to get that fill at 35.93. I think we're going to get it. Almost, almost, almost. Come on. Okay, we're going to come out. So that trade paid for itself. Man, I should have added up here. The only reason I didn't, guys, is because the TWLO move is still kind of in my head from yesterday. And look at this. I'm glad I did not. It's doing the same same thing that it did yesterday. I mean, look at this. Just what a miraculous recovery, man. Who is on the other end of this trade? Like, what is happening? What is happening? I mean, my goodness. TWLO, come on, man. Dude. Let's see. But I'll tell you what, I think this would be a safer place to average in. I think this would be a safer average in point on TWLO. Just because we've got some really good levels here that it's starting to butt up against. So I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with taking and I think I bought like 200 shares. So I'll jump in 25 there, and I'll plan on adding to my position maybe up to let's see. Yeah, I think up to 94. I think I'd be fine with that. Otherwise, I'll look to take profit at. So we got in at 192.15. I would look to take, we'll say 191.15. We'll take 10 shares off just to pay for the trade or whatever. And to unload just in case it doesn't get a full pullback all the way to these levels. But then we'll take the other 15 shares off at, I think we could get a move down to 190. Where would it be here? Let's look on the 5-minute. I mean, if this ends up getting, let's see, 190.02. I think 190 70, or we'll say 65, I think would be doable on that. So we'll see. We'll give that a chance to play out. JD, Uber. If it goes against me, I'll consider adding to it. Hopefully I don't get kicked in the teeth by TWL 2 days in a row. It seems like, it really does seem like a good place to get in. So, this also seems like a good spot on Grub. So I'm going to go short here and look for a move, just a $40 move maybe, down to VWAP. So Grub is 58.12. So we would want to get out 50 at, I think I'll just get out the whole 100 at, where would it be? 57.82. Okay. So a $30 move. I think it could get to 72. We'll take it at 72. Take it at 72. And if it starts coming back over that EMA. Okay, so TWLO got filled. Come on, Grub. Come on. See a breakdown here. Let's get a breakdown. SPY's breaking. I don't know why you're not breaking. TWLO should be resolving. Come on, Grub. There we go. There we go. We're going to get the fill at 72. Come on. Okay, coming out. Going to just go ahead and get paid on Grub there. It paused. That should have been a complete flush down to VWAP. And Grub has been chopping too much. TWLO, almost came down and got me out. I've got an order at 190.65. It stopped at 190.71. So if it comes out down there, I think we could get a good solid move on the rest of those 15 shares. More of a move than what we thought we would get. I would even be fine waiting for, let's see, the break back down through VWAP. Let's see what we can get here. Let's see what we can get. I think there's some great potential here, guys, on these last 15 shares. Sauger says, Matt, you might like UNFI. And Yoni B was like, yeah, I want to get back down to reality first. Yeah, for sure, man. Making a gain like that on a swing trade? Are you kidding me? Yeah, you got to get your head out of the clouds first, man. Sauger, I'll check it out. Let's see. UNFI. And by the way, real quick, that does look good. By the way, Sauger, I appreciate the heads up on that. Let me look at something here on TWLO. So if TWLO, we need to see a break. We need to see a clear breakdown here. Otherwise, I just need to get out. Because I don't think I want to. I'll just get out and then reload my position. Notergen, what's up, man? Good to see you, Notergen. Notre Dame. Notre Dame in the building. My father-in-law is a huge Notre Dame fan, by the way. I don't get it. I don't get it. But no, seriously, he loves Notre Dame. That's his team for life. 191.54. I'll have to come out if it breaks over 199. So I'm just going to say 15 shares on 191.50. Stop. Buy. I'll get out the other 15 shares there. I would love to see a breakdown. What I would love for this to be is, you know, everybody expecting this to do what it did yesterday, and then it just completely fails. And everybody has to start dumping shares and getting out, and would love to see that. But I don't know if we're going to get that. Uh-oh. You're going to get, yeah, it got me out. Got me out. Okay. Fair enough. I'll root for UT. Maybe my family 2 generations from now might see them win. UT? What's UT? Man, TWO getting a nice buy up. Look at JD. JD still trying to come up to those highs. SPY's getting bought up. Uber's getting bought up. Grub, just kind of, man, I'm glad I got out there. Look at this. University of Tennessee. I should have guessed. I should have known. Sorry, man. My head's in a million places right now. Yeah, I hear you. Well, we also have a lot of Georgia Bulldog fans in the family. So, Georgia D-Dog fans, if you want to call it that. No, I'm only kidding. Let's see. Okay, so SPY's making a strong push. It's got bought up off that 20 moving average on the daily. A lot of other stocks are, you know, following suit, getting bought up with it. Apple's on a tear. BYND's on a tear. ZM's doing what ZM does, acting crazy. So let's see, JD. Uber. Grub is somewhat tracking with Uber. RCL. Huge fail on RCL. Wish I'd kind of held on to that one, but CCL. It's a good day in the market for sure, yeah. TWLO, there we go. TWLO is getting that nice, beautiful, massive buy up. So here's what I'm going to be looking for on TWLO. I'm basically going to be looking for a test of these levels up here. So I would like to, I'll take first 25 shares at 194.34. Next 25 shares at 195.34. Okay. And then, yeah, and then we'll say 195.34. So we'll see what happens here. Okay. Uber still getting a nice buy up. RCL, CCL. Okay, we got our order filled on TWLO. I may need to go for 196.24 on those other shares. Let's see. If we get a pullback to 193, I should take it at 193. I don't know, 193.40. Well, there it is. Okay, there we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, we're out of TWLO. Nice quick scalp there. Took it at what, 193.53, was it? Yeah, should have waited on that. Could have made a little bit more. So we made 20 bucks maybe on that one, roughly. Yeah, maybe a little over 20 bucks. So nice little scalp there. See, I'm being careful with TWLO today. I'm being really careful, but I am making calculated entry points, and I think 195.20. Where is it here? I think 195.45 maybe is probably going to be the next point of entry. So 195.45 will do. I'll even say 44. And then 196. Where is the top on this? The top is at 197. So this might even need to be at 195. We'll say 195.64. And then I think I would go for 196.64, yeah. And then I think after that we would go for 197. Well, no, I may need it. Let's see. If we break high of day, what's our previous day high is 197.16. So I would need enough of a pullback from those points that we just talked about. I would need to consider coming out at 196. So I would essentially like to see enough of a pullback. 94.50. This might actually be where we get a significant pullback. So here, I'll remove that for now. Scour the market real quick. Let's see what we got. Grub still moving up. Uber still moving up. RCL getting a fail. CCL getting a fail off of that 9 EMA. And I'd feel all right getting in 400 shares here. At 60, and then just get out at the break of VWAP maybe. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback. Man, it's going to take off without me. So let's do 200 shares at really kind of depends on what the SPY does up here. Because if the SPY continues to push, guys, I'll take a stab right here. So, and for some reason, it did not let me take a stab. Let's try it again. It's not letting me get in RCL or CCL. I don't know why. Why is this not letting me take CCL? Symbol not shortable. says it's shortable. I don't know why it's saying symbol not shortable, but okay. So let's take a. I think RCL is pretty much going to do the same thing. So okay, so we're going to get in RCL instead. TWLO is getting the fail. I should have jumped back in up there, but well, no, I shouldn't have. I say I should have, but I really shouldn't have. Just because it could have continued doing what it was doing yesterday. So, all right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be okay, and I'm back. So RCL is reclaiming VWAP, at least momentarily, but it's got to form a higher high. It's got to break 36. It's got to form a higher high on the 5-minute. And the SPY is kind of struggling right now and looks like it could suffer a pullback. And I think if the SPY suffers a pullback, pretty sure RCL is going to do the same. So obviously I don't know for sure. Kind of want to go ahead and jump in here. So I'm going to take another. And so I got 100 shares at 35.80. Now all of a sudden it's growing a mind of its own. Really want to see the drop here. Really want to see the drop here. But obviously we'll have to take it if it doesn't. Man, SPY needs to fail. I'm watching SPY. I'm watching RCL. So may have to come out. SPY's pushing. But now it's pulling. Let's just see what this does here. If SPY holds the line, it's going to skyrocket, and I'm going to want to get out of this. But if SPY finally gets the breakdown, we could see a breakdown here on all of these. So RCL. Let's just see what we're looking at here. There's a lot of previous resistance here. So, but, you know, we did just reclaim VWAP. I mean, we just need to see a very clear breakdown here. You can see a very, very, very clear breakdown here. CCL is getting a break. RCL is getting the break. SPY's holding the 20 on the 1 minute. And the 2 minute. It's holding the 9. It's losing on the 5. But I don't know if it's losing enough to justify anything here. We need to see a good move down and a break of all this right here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Come on. Can we get the break? Can we get the break? Come on. SPY's getting a pullback. CCL and RCL are following suit. Although CCL looks a little weaker than RCL. Really want to see it come down from here. Love to see a break of 35.60 and then 35.47. Can we get that move? I mean, right now, I tell you what, I mean, this is kind of what we're looking at here. We got a little trend line forming here. So it's got to break that trend line. It's got to break that trend line. CCL has kind of already broken trend. So that's good. So, and we need to get a break below 35.70. Come on. Come on. We're either going to lose 20 bucks or we're going to make roughly it's roughly 50. There we go. There we go. So I want to take 50 shares at 35. Just in case this is a double bottom, I would like to take it at 35.50. Maybe not. Maybe I'll let this ride a little bit. We'll say 35.45. Come on. No? Stalling. Could be a double bottom. Let's see if we get the break down here. Okay, I'm going to take 50 there just to lock in some. Man, there it goes. And I'll take the rest at 35.25, I think. Well, we got 83. So I'll take 25 at 35.23. And I'll leave another 25 shares on just in case we can get back below 35, and I'll take it at 93. So, and this will be the done for the day. I'll be done for the day. I'll be out for the day. So let's see if we can get the fill on those next 25 shares. Come on, 35.23. Let's do it. pausing, which means that if it flushes, it'll flush pretty hard. It could end up going down to 35. We'll say 35.17. We'll get it right at the break of 35.20. So right now it's bouncing off of there. So yeah, if it flushes, it's going to flush pretty hard. I bet we could even get 35.16. The break of 35.20, and I almost kind of want to add to it here. If it comes back up, we'll consider adding at 68, adding another 50 shares. See if we can get the fill on that real quick. Did we get it? No, we did not get it, unfortunately. So that means if we do break up over it, we'll probably, we're missing it, missing out. That's okay. Last thing you want to do is chase it. Don't want to FOMO in, because I could end up bringing my average down here, and then it could end up coming all the way back up against me. So just going to kind of see. I'm looking for it to break 35.26 and get down to test 35. Which is why I've got an order out at 35.16, because I think if it breaks 20, we're going to get the fill on that 25 shares at 16. So it's kind of what we want to see. Maybe even 13. 13 would be the nice round number point for that, I guess. But we'll keep it at 16, because oftentimes it'll break, a good psychological number, and then it'll just break down through it and then start chopping back up. And I want to go ahead and relieve those shares at that point. I think 35.16, I mean, that, you're looking at what, a 67-cent move on 25 shares. So should be roughly an additional, man, I'll tell you what, it's really fighting it. Anytime I see a struggle right there, I feel like moving it down even more, because it's going to be that much more of a powerful break. So I think I will move it down to 35.13, because I think finally when it does break through that 20 mark, I think it's going to flush pretty hard. So let's see what we can do here. SPY's still weak, pulling back. It's pulling down, I should say. Now, obviously, if this comes back, I'm going to want to get out probably at, let's see. So we have 50 shares. Obviously, I'm going to want to get out at the break of, I think I should probably get out. I think if I'm being responsible about this, I should probably get out at the break of 50. There we go. Come on. Yeah. Let's see. Come on. Break 20. This should get us at 13. Come on. Come on. Take that 25. Come on. There we go. There we go. We're going to get the fill. Come on. Okay, I'm taking 25 there. So I went ahead and took it at 35.19 just because it was pausing there. We did get it at 16. That would have been perfect. And I think I'll take the other 25 at the break of 35. So we'll say 34.90. We'll say 34.93. Why not? That's 90 cents on the last 25 shares. That'll put me well over 200 on the day, and I can be done. So I will take another quick peek at some of these other ones. JD is having a really hard time breaking out past that point, but it is holding the 9 EMA on the 2-minute. 5-minute doesn't look quite as promising. A lot of wicks up here, but it's holding. It's holding. And these last two buy volume bars were relatively strong, stronger than the previous two. But I don't know. I don't really feel good about that one right now. So Uber, Grub. Grub's getting a rollover. Don't trust it though. Grub is just not my favorite right now. Now here's where we could get a potential turnaround point on RCL. And if that were the case, I would definitely come out at 35.40. So I'm going to put a stop on the last 20 shares at 35.40. Stop, buy. Because what's happening is SPY, you can see, SPY is sitting on the VWAP, and it could be getting a VWAP rejection. And if that happens, I think RCL will follow suit. And this will just basically be looked at as a higher low. So, where is it? 40. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely want to come out if it breaks back above 40. Is this going to be it? We're going to get out here. Oh, not quite. Man, SPY's getting a massive buy up. This should get me out because SPY is getting a massive buy up off that VWAP. RCL's moving with it. There's no reason why I should be out right now. There we go. Okay. So let's check it out. VTIQ has no chill. I'm way late on this. Yeah, you guys are right. I'm way late on this. FWP. Oh yeah, and Sagar, you had me looking at another stock. Man, what did you have me looking at? You called it earlier. What was it? Let's see, FWP. Oh, UNFI. UNFI. Let's look at that. Man, that would have been great for a short. That would have been great for a short. Good call, Sagar. Yeah, good call on that one. And it's easy to short, but it might be making a pretty severe pullback right now. FWP. Somebody called that out. Sagar, I think, called that out. Thanks, Work Diver. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, VTIQ has no chill. Also, that's one Work Diver called out the other day. But I'll tell you what, it's whippy action today, which means that, I mean, you know, it's in a period of consolidation. I don't think anybody really knows where it's going from this point. That it could be losing steam, but JD still getting really nicely bought up off of that 9 EMA on the 5-minute. Grub, RCL making that pullback, CCL making that pullback. Boeing, Boeing's kind of struggling here. TWLO, good job. Look at TWLO trucking on up. Made a nice recovery there. So I would like to get in 195. $64. Just because this is where this trend line is going to be, and then obviously, you know, if it keeps going against me, I'll consider getting out if it looks like it's going to make a really quick bullish move. But I think if we got in at 195.64, I could easily see a pullback. Let's compare volume. Yeah, TWLO is not making the same move that it was making yesterday. It's definitely showing weakness. I may be careful with this right here. Let's see, let's look at D-Dog again. D-Dog is still making some pretty massive moves to the upside. VTIQ, wedge. Yeah, it's just in this very whippy area of consolidation. I'd be careful on this one. BYND. SPY is getting a nice buy up. I mean, it's getting an incredible buy up right now. Did not see that coming. But it's getting pretty close to a point of resistance. Might even take a trade on the SPY. Because this is kind of, I mean, look at the 15-minute. Got the 30. It's got the 60. I'll tell you what, man, what a bullish move right there. But I like the fact that we're hitting up. We're coming up to resistance. Could take a quick 50 shares here and get a pullback to previous day high. Maybe even 25 shares just to start. Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch it for a minute. We'll see. JD might finally make that breakout. Uber, nice buy up, nice pullback. Grub, RCL coming back up to test these levels here. CCL getting a rejection off that 9 EMA on the 5-minute. I think we could get a quick scalp on 200 shares here. Be willing to continue to load in. Let's see. See what CCL's doing. CCL's trying to push. It's just not, it's really just not getting it though. Oh, missed my opportunity for that scalp on RCL. Man, we'd be up 20 bucks right now if I take maybe 30. Yeah. Well, you snooze, you lose, right? You gotta stay committed. You gotta get in there. You gotta make your decisions quickly when day trading. So, oh man, it almost went up there to where I was. You can see right here on TWLO, made a perfect tap on that trend line. Tell you guys all the time, these trend lines, people watch them. It is 10:30. Don't force a trade. Yeah. Oh, run, Matt. I see. You said 200 and done. I did. Okay. All right. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and conclude it. I mean, obviously, I mean, if here's the thing, you know, if I were to see a perfect pattern, I would still feel inclined to take it. Right now, we're at the point where it's kind of like, yeah, it's time to stop. But if you see a perfect pattern, I think it's okay to take it just as long as you have very little risk involved. And so my risk would have to be like, you know, $20 or something like that. So I would pretty much have to commit. In other words, if I saw a perfect, what seemed like a perfect setup, I would take it with the intentions of saying, hey, I'm not going to take any more than like a $20, $30 loss in this. And if I have to end the day up, 180, then fine. But if it does well, then we'll continue moving forward. And that would kind of be the that would be my approach. Like with this one, even Apple, I mean, this is, we're pretty extended here, and we're coming up against very clear resistance. And I think it's moving off the strength of the SPY, and I think the SPY is going to get a pullback because the SPY is also moving up at some clear levels of resistance. So this, I'd be fine taking 25 shares on this and adding up to, probably add up to 316.62. Yeah, so, okay, well, and there you go. I missed it. I'm not going to chase it. Let me just see here for a minute. Sauger up 43, net 12. Cool. Okay. Green is good, man. Note again, up 300 on paper, but never would have taken the trade with cash. I didn't do my pre-market study. I don't deserve to claim it. You sound just like me, man. I mean, you sound just like me. It's exactly the type of stuff I would be talking about. Okay, let's see if we can get a little more of a pullback. No. See, I should have, I hesitated. I hesitated on Apple and I hesitated on RCL. Do you realize that this means there's roughly right now, with where Apple is, I mean, assuming, well, let's just say assuming Apple's going to go down to where my exit point would be, I've missed basically an extra $50 on the day because of hesitating. So, but it's that TWLO trade. I gotta get rid of that. I gotta shake that. It's causing me to hesitate. And that's part of what I talked about in the recap yesterday. I said very clearly, I mean, I got to be careful about coming into the market the next day and getting scared out of trades that would be totally fine to take. And again, RCL, we had RCL butting up against VWAP. It was coming up on the bottom of this trend line. SPY was getting close to a point of resistance. I mean, I should have taken this. 200 shares at 75. And then I could have gotten out at, even at 55, that would have been a $40 move on that. Apple, I was calling it up here at what, 315.84-ish, and so 25 shares, we could be going for another $20 move there. So let's look at VTIQ. I honestly can't say, and the reason I can't say is because this is nothing but a chop fest right now. It's nothing but a chop fest. But yes, I mean, it could break out. Oh, excuse me. But you want to be prepared for it to shoot right back down, just like it's done these last several times. I mean, you got to be careful on VTIQ right now. This is one of those trades that you'd probably have to be in for swinging, and you'd have to stay committed to it. Ooh, JD got a flat top rejection. But I tell you what, guys, a lot of these are just moving on the SPY right now. The SPY could totally turn around and start shooting back up, and then you better believe that these other stocks are going to follow suit. So right now it would just be a matter of, okay, what's a good entry point? Where's a good spot to get in, and where would my stop need to be? And if the stop, if you can justify, the room on the stop, if you can justify the loss for whatever share size you're taking, then, go for it. And it's kind of what I'm looking at right now, personally. So for me, 93.80. If I took 25 shares, could I hold all the way up to? Would I be okay with taking a $50 loss? Because right now, if we end up making a good strong move down, we're looking at probably about $100 win. It's a 2-to-1, but I don't want to lose $50 on the day, so I'm not going to take it. Let's see where Z is. Z's been a chop fest. RCL. Man, this is a good move on D-Dog right here. It is overbought. Sitting at all-time highs, though. MGNX 2633. I think that's a critical point for MGNX. This could be a very significant breaking point at 2622. No, I think 2633 is actually it. I'd be willing to take 50 shares for a potential breakdown. We get a good strong move off of that. Although there's not much being traded on the day, so if it breaks, this is going to be a good solid break. There's probably a lot of people being alerted to this right now. And I mean, this could be damaging for MGNX. A lot of people are thinking, man, okay, it's time to sell. It's time to get out. People could be thinking that. Let's look at NVAX. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, this one, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Yeah, there's not enough volume on MGNX. I would like to know if it got down to 26 MGNX. 26 19. JD continuing to lose. Grub can't make up its mind. RCL, CCL, Boeing, TWLO. TWLO running out of steam. D-Dog. D-Dog making a flat top. So D-Dog, this would be a good risk to reward. You know, I'd be risking roughly 20 bucks to maybe make, I don't know, 60, 100. Now I'd be risking closer to 30. I needed to catch it when it's up here at the top, closer to the top. I could make it, I think I could make at least 50 on this, 50 to 100. But, you know, I'm always cautious when there's stocks like this that don't have a ton of volume. I mean, it really doesn't take much to, you know, for bulls to come in and cause a short squeeze. You know, we are sitting at all-time highs, I believe. Yeah, we are at all-time highs, so it's probably just not smart. I want to take a stab at it, but you know what? This is why I have the trading sim. So let's look at DDOG, because if it didn't matter, I would go 200 shares short here, and I would simply put a stop at 71.01. Stop. I'd probably go another 200 shares short here. So we've got 400. Stop. 400 at 71. And I would just see. And I would look for a move back down to the 9 EMA. I'll tell you what, if this breaks up through 71, that's probably going to race up through 71. There we go. There it goes. So, glad I didn't take that trade in my broker. CCL. Let's see how many tickets I filled out today. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32. 32. Okay, so we're probably ending the day after fees and commissions and everything, probably ending the day right around right around 170. I think I'm good with that. I think I'm good with that. There's nothing really going on right now, so I think what I'm going to do is just kind of I'll just come back later in the day. We'll see what's up with this. So, um, I vow, I vow, I give you my word that I will not take any more than, I don't know. I won't take any more. I won't take any trade unless it is an A plus quality setup. I'm not just going to come in here and jump on anything that, even if it looks like a B plus, even a B plus plus, even an A minus, it could be an A. It could just be just a plain A quality setup. It's got to be an A plus quality setup. I'll take it, and I'll make sure that I have my stop set at a really good place if I do take it. Because I'd still like to end up, as long as I can end this day, anywhere over, $150, I'll be fine with that. So essentially, I could take a trade where I'm risking maybe 50 to make 100. It's also got to be a minimum 2-to-1 profit loss ratio, maybe even a 3-to-1 profit loss ratio. So it's got to be a 2-to-1 to 3-to-1. It's got to be an A plus quality setup. And I'll at least end the day up, I'll try to keep my account roughly around 150, 160, maybe 170 on the day. So, but hopefully you guys will come back later and see, $300 P&L. We'll see. And you might come back later and just see 206. I actually have a lot of work that I've got to do today, so I may not even have an opportunity to come back in here. But yeah, we'll play it safe today, and I very well may just be done for the day. I am happy about this. I mean, Monday was a good day. Yesterday, just small loss. Today, totally made up for it. So we're in good shape. We're in good shape. I'm fine with it. If this is how it's got to be. But yeah, I'll keep these stocks up. Like I said, I'll see if there's any kind of good opportunities today. And if there is, then I'll jump on them. If not, then oh well. MGNX. I wonder if this is going to start tanking here. So it can't make it above 2660. 2670. This is what we're looking at, guys. I mean, it's had a break on the daily. But like I said earlier, I mean, we've got to see volume pouring in. We would have to see volume pouring in on this. And it just keeps whipping. It's not, it's just toying around. It's toying around. It's not like it's breaking and breaking out really well. It's not like it broke that daily level. Traders got alerted, swing traders got alerted. They're like, okay, oh no, this is, we better start getting out. I mean, it's not, no volume's coming in. This is just piddling around. So I still would be interested to know if it, I mean, I'll set another alert just because at some point it could come down to a point where all of a sudden you do see that volume pouring in and that people are starting to dump their shares. So I will set an alert at, we'll say 2610. I'll set another alert there, and we'll see. Like I said, for me to jump on this trade, volume has got to start pouring in. It just does. And I mean, I suppose I could, let me just see here. Let's see what we're looking at. I mean, it's kind of a slow fade. It's respecting that 20. So I could put a stop at 2670 on 50 shares. I wouldn't even be risking $30. And I mean, this could have a potential. I mean, this could have a huge move. This could have a really huge move on 50 shares. So, Yeah, it'd probably be about right about $20. It could just be a very slow drip. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. This one is just kind of, the volume's just, like I said, the volume's just not there. I do wonder if that $26 mark though, right when it hits $26, if that's a good solid sell point. On MGNX. I'll tell you what, this just looks like it's setting up for a slow fade here. Here we go, volume's coming in. Let's see. Volume's coming in. Where would the exit point be now? I think the exit point would then be at 2632. Volume's still just not pouring in. Had a clear break there, so anyway, I'll just kind of put it here at the bottom of the watch list. I'll come back and check on it later. I feel like every time I set an alert, it, you know, and some moves down. SPY's making a solid move to the downside, y'all. It's really coming down nice. This might be a good spot for a reversal attempt. On some of these stocks. Nice move being made. All right. Okay. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm just gonna chill for right now because I really do. I've got to get to some other stuff here. So you're welcome, Word Diver, and yeah, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it, Yoni B. Thanks, Note again. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and check back for that recap a little bit later on. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.